Hello YouTube, this is Little Taco Vato, and I would like to show you my custom scale accurate Marvel Universe juggernaut. So, I was pretty frustrated with like how big the bigger guys are in the Marvel Universe scale. Um, these are normal scale figures. That is a normal scale big guy, like, the huge guys that are supposed to be like 9-10 feet tall, and they look like they're barely 7 feet tall. So I really wanted to make him bigger, especially after I watched this one YouTuber's channel. His name is Street City Studios, and he had a video about how the scale is pretty off with the bigger guys. So I wanted to fix that. So if you can't tell, this is from the 2008. Let me skip this. So this figure's body is from the 2008 Hulk line. The character's name is Ironclad, and he looked like that. So what I did was I bought the Ironclad body, or someone bought it for me. It was a gift, and then I already had the idea in my head to make him Juggernaut. I just didn't know how to go about it. And then I was screwing around with this Juggernaut figure because I kind of wanted to use this head. And I was like, well, I don't know, because it usually just pops out, and then you have the little ball there and stuff. But then this time, whenever I popped it out, I guess by the grace of God, he made me so lucky that the whole neck came out. The whole neck and head came out. And I was like, well, the only problem I had with the ironclad body was with how it was like a sculpt around it, because he's like got a square-shaped head. And I needed to use a Dremel tool, if you have one, to Dremel out the hole and like shave it down and smooth it out to make it, better. And so then after that worked out, I glued in the head, and then I started using the epoxy sculpts, where you mix them together, and then you mix them together, and then I put them on the fist and then the biceps, and it kind of looked like this at first. Okay, after I was done with the sculpt, then I had to paint him, and so then I went to go get to the store to get this paint. I used this Crollo all-in-one paint primer satin espresso. That is the paint I used. And then he came out looking like this, with this brown color. Okay, so then he was all brown, and then I started working with this red paint right here, flat cherry, a bunch of coats later, and then he looked like this for a good bit. So then I added the skin tone, and then the skin tone took like 3 different paints. It took white primer, but I recommend using just white paint because that was being hard to mix. Flat light tan on these tester paints. They take a while to dry too. And then FL brown. So I mixed those together to get the skin tone, and then after I painted it all up, that's what he looked like basically at the end, except for these little black lines in between the abs. And if you look closer at the figure, it's not perfect. Like, I didn't do a fantastic job, but yeah. And then the way I did the black lines was this little Gundam black paint pen right here. I just drew it down. Make sure you get like right in the creases where the abs are to make it evenly. And then that's basically what he looked like at the end after I was done with him. So yeah, after he's done with that, then you use some acrylic to protect the paint, and it takes like a day or two to fully dry. So the actual showcase, his articulation, not fantastic, but it's Juggernaut. You don't need him to be that great of it. He's only got like 5 points of articulation. He can move his legs up and down, bend at the knees, a little bit of ankle rotation, and like up and downwards. His arms have like this cricking ratchet thing because that's what Ironclad would do. And yeah, he's not much of a mover, but he can get in that iconic juggernaut running pose. So yeah, and I desperately wanted him to be the same size as Hulk, not like the same buffness because Juggernaut is a monster, but at the same height around. So he's about. Let's see how tall he is. Okay, that's okay. Just about 6 inches, maybe a little bit shorter. But I think that is perfect. I love that size. So, that's pretty much it besides size comparisons. Give me a second. Alright, here he is next to Thanos, also a big guy, but in the comics he's actually only 6'8", so decent size comparison. Gladiator, because of that one episode in the 90s X-Men cartoon. Daredevil, for like a average sort of looking person, and he's very small compared to Juggernaut, how it should be. Colossus, because, they go hand in hand. I wish Colossus was a bit taller, though. I'm thinking about making a custom for him soon, too, because he's like 7'5" or something like that. I want him to be at least under Juggernaut's helmet, so like half an inch taller. Apocalypse, he can change his size, so yeah, I'm fine with that too. Hulk back there, Groot back there, and Goliath over there. So yeah, that's basically the end of the showcase. Thank you for watching, and shout out to Street City Studios. Thanks for the idea.